Hey everybody, it's Gail, and today I have the Cumulus cowl from Interweave Crochet 2015 to show you. I'm having a little issue with the fact they called it a cowl because a cowl is something that goes around the neck. I consider this a poncho. I'll beef it out with whoever I need to beef it out with. So this is made in super bulky yarn with a 16mm hook, which is a P or a Q depending on who you're talking to. I only had a 15mm hook, but it turns out this yarn is actually technically a jumbo yarn, so I think it all worked out. My measurements were correct. This is Circulo t-shirt yarn. It's 100% polyester. It's got a nice texture. It stretches a bit. I got it at Wild Child Stitches here in Pittsburgh. I will link to the store down in the basement so you can check out what they have. And so this is it. It's very simple. This right here is the seam. So this is where it joins. You work in spiral round, so you never turn, and it's all post stitches. So once you've made that first row of post stitches, you just keep making post stitches. It's a very quick project because it is a super bulky. I made it in an afternoon, although I probably shouldn't have done that. My knuckles were not happy with me for it, but you get in the groove and you forget to do things like put it the fuck down, Gail. So yeah, I wanted to make it because it just was a little bit different, but also I think a very beginner friendly pattern. You know, once you understand how the post stitch works, you're good to go. And then, you know, use a stitch marker to know where things are, where your first stitch is. Off you get. And this just happens naturally because when you're working in spirals like this, you get the swoop. And of course, you don't have to wear it with the spiral showing in the front. You can. This is so ungraceful, but bear with me. Here we go. So this is what it looks like if you wear it just with the spiral on the back. And of course, I didn't use as fuzzy a yarn as they used in the original pattern. So mine looks a little bit different because you can see my Henley through it. And that's just, you know, part of the fun of it. I knew it was going to be a little bit different because the texture of the yarn was different, and I really like it. I very much enjoy it. It is technically a one-size pattern, but just add more chains. It really is a case of adding more chains. And then the way it works is that you're decreasing every round because you start with a larger base than you end with at the top, and that's meant to shape it over your arms so that it stays up. I think I'm actually wearing it upside down so that the larger part is at the top because it's more comfortable for me. So you may find that after you make it, that's more comfortable for you too. And I mean, that's really it. There's no mistakes in the pattern. And you can get it on the Interweave website. I will link that down in the basement. And when I work with Interweave patterns, I always like to remind people, if you get the membership, which is $10 a month, you can download every pattern you like from their archive for free. And the patterns cost usually $7.99 each, which absolutely worth it. I love Interweave patterns. But you know, if you're looking to sort of add to your pattern collection and you got $10, look, they're the ones who set that up, not me, and I'm just going to tell you that it's happening. I assume it's still happening. I haven't looked in a while because Interweave Crochet unfortunately went under a few years ago, and so they're not putting out new patterns. So it is just an archive of what they have, but I have, I think, over 200 from the website. So, you know, definitely a big fan. Yeah, I think that's about it. This is very warm. I'm feeling it as I'm wearing it, and I can tell partially because I'm sweating a tiny bit, but also it's like 15 degrees today. And the house is doing all right, but I've been a little chilly all morning, and now I'm like, ooh, I'm a little cozy. I like this. So definitely this 100% polyester Circulo t-shirt yarn will keep you warm. Wool is going to breathe better. Always remember that. If you want it for the summer, make it, find a linen, find a cotton. So, but yeah, I think that's pretty much it. This is a short one because it's a pretty easy one. Um, as always, if you enjoy what I do here, please like, subscribe, share, tell your friends, all of that fun stuff. And I will see you when I see you.